Oh, there you are, YouTube. Doodle 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 do. Subscribe if you're interested, but also no pressure. Cherry limeade. What do you say we do a random ranking? Let's go to my movie collection behind me and pick out 3 movies at random and then rank those movies based on whatever criteria we come up with. I'll rank them here in the video, but if you'd like to rank them in the comments below, please feel free to do so and use whatever criteria you want to use. You don't have to use the same one as me. I don't even really know what my criteria is until maybe halfway through looking at the movies. Sometimes it develops very late in the process, but use whatever criteria you would like to use. Anyway, let's get to picking some movies. Maybe something in this area, right there. And then maybe a little bit of this film here, followed by, let's do whatever this one is. Let's see what this gives us. Ah, man, I've never seen it. Never seen that one either. Alright, I can do that one. Monsoon Wedding? Nope, never seen it. This one I should see because I love DMX, but Cradle to Grave, haven't seen it. But DMX, my soccer team in high school used to play the Rough Riders anthem. That was our anthem that we used for our team. So I'll also use this, and maybe this film right here. Darn it. I just did Pleasantville. And this other one, which is a Scorsese film, I haven't seen yet. Should I see New York, New York? Alright, let's do this movie. And then this one down here. So let's see if I can use these. Alright, and alright. Alright, so that first one I pulled, man, it's damaged. Blast. I probably bought it this way. I think I did, unfortunately. But it is John Wick 4, which is crazy because I met Keanu Reeves. I shook this man's hand the other day, which was awesome. And he's not like John Wick at all. He was very fun and animated, much more than you see in his pictures, because, you know, there was that picture of him, like, eating, and everybody was like, oh, sad Keanu. But he's not like that. Like, I was in a space where we weren't allowed to have our phones, so he felt, I think, more free to be himself, rather than reserved, because everybody had a camera on him. And he was just like, hey, what's going on? Hey, how you doing? Nice to meet you, da-da-da. And, you know, it was just like, there was no celebrity about him or something. It was interesting. It was different than I was expecting, because he's such a, is stoic the right word? Type of individual, because of, you know, the movies we see him in. And then again, I think when there is paparazzi around or people just with phones in his face, you know, he might retreat a little bit, but he was like, you know, and I just remember, like, after my wife and I were saying goodbye to him, and this was in between a sound check and his concert with Dogstar, and he was like, you know, like, all right, you know, he's talking to me and my wife, and he's like, all right, time to go get some food. We got a few hours, or a couple hours, or an hour or something, an hour before the show, get some food, maybe get a few cocktails in. And it was just like, I love this man. I love this man. He's great. But anyway, John Wick 4 is great. I really do like this movie. My favorite part is there's like a mob boss or something in it, and I think he's an MMA fighter wearing like a suit that make him look like a bigger man. And I love that fight. I love that guy. He just, I don't know, he looks like a Dick Tracy character, and that really put this one above for me. So I think I like the first John Wick the most, but then I think I might like 4 the most next. And then, I don't know, 2, 3 or something. I don't know, but I really do like this one, especially because of that Dick Tracy-like villain. Next we have whoosh, Todd McFarlane's Spawn. Although Todd McFarlane didn't direct this, supposedly he's going to direct the next one, but you know, that guy's been all talk for years. Who directed this? Mark A.Z. DePay? I don't know how to say it. But this movie here, I always point this out every time I pull this. It says the special effects movie event of the year right there in white. And maybe it is in some parts, like with his cape and stuff, and maybe with the bike. But Malbolgia? No. That is some of the worst special effects I've ever seen in a live action film. So to call this the special effects event of the year, I guess special effects, if it's talking about practical type in-camera stuff, you know, capturing it on camera, capturing it on film, then yes, because there is some great makeup, and Violator is awesome, and just, you know, all of that. But also, the funny thing is, if you could see this, my camera is probably not sophisticated enough, but this is completely, like, pixelated. This is, like, a bad image right here. It's not good. I mean, that's pixelated. It's so bad. It's old snapper. Give you the old snapper here. Hello. Whoa, check it out. Clown. Clown. John Leguizamo played Clown, and he did a great job, in my opinion. Look, there's old Todd right there. The inventor, the creator of Spawn. But I've always liked Spawn. I've always liked this movie. I'm talking about Gordon Bombay's dad is in it. We got some amazing stuff happening in it. Let me think of some other people who's in this movie. Yeah, Michael Jai White, of course, who's playing Spawn. And then, who is playing his wife in the film? Is that Nicole Williamson? I always thought she was fine. Yeah, good movie. Look, I like it. I like it. I think maybe it's supposed to be bad, but even so, I'm having fun with it. I'm enjoying the film Spawn. I also like the animated series on HBO. I got that in the other room. Actually, I probably have it over here. I think I did move it over here. It's really good. Oh, nope, we got one more. Underworld, Rise of the Lycans. I don't think our girl, Kate Beckinsale, is in this film. Who am I looking at right there? Is that Kate Beckinsale? It doesn't look like her. It has Michael Sheen. So if Michael Sheen is listed number 1, then she's not in it. They were married, by the way. Michael Sheen, Bill Nye the Science Guy. Bill Nye the Science Guy. No, not Bill Nye the Science Guy. Bill Nye the Brit. Then we have other people here. Yeah. So, not Bill Nye the Science Guy, but... No Keira Knightley. No, did I say Keira Knightley earlier? I meant Kate Beckinsale. Anyway, I almost said Keira Knightley right there. But anyway. Can this come off? Oh, almost. But anyway, Rise of the Lycans. So I was introduced to this series by my friend in college. He was telling me about it. He saw the first one, and he just thought it was so cool. And he's like, Derek, I think you would like this movie. So he's telling me about it, and he told me about this one guy in it who had like such a deep voice in the first film. His voice was so deep that you could barely understand it. And it was like, oh man, I gotta see this film. And so he bought it for me for my birthday. And I watched it, and I was like, I like this. Plus, hello, Kate Beckinsale. Hello. Woo! Love her. Cleaned it. Look at that. Looks beaut. Yeah, and I just kind of fell in love with the series. But the first one is the one that I know the most, and the one I connect to the most, and have the most memories from and have the most recollection of what it's about. But the next one, sorry for all these yawns, would probably be this one. Even though I don't remember a lot from it, I do remember liking it as far as I recall anyway. Rise of the Lycans, we're talking about these werewolves, and I think werewolves are kind of cool, so yeah. But anyway, how we gonna rank these films? Let's find out. John Wick 4 would make a worthy first placer here, but even though it's probably the better film when we're talking about filmmaking, I'm going to go ahead and put Spawn number 1, because not only do I just love Spawn the character and love this movie, even though it has the flaws that it has, I have some deep-rooted nostalgia in it. I got Spawn characters over there to the right of me, and my best friend is a Spawn lover, and I don't know, I loved growing up talking about Spawn with him, looking at pictures of Spawn with him, looking at action figures, going to the store looking at action figures with him. And so a lot of the love goes beyond just the movie itself. There's also those other experiences that go along with it. So yeah, Spawn is going to be number 1. Then John Wick 4, great movie, especially that Dick Tracy character villain. I just love that scene so much. And then we're going to go ahead and cap it with Underworld Rise of the Lycans, a film I don't have much recollection of, but I do believe I liked it to the point to where it was my second favorite of the series. So we're going to put that at 3rd place, right? So one more time, we have Spawn, followed by John Wick 4, and finishing off with Underworld Rise of the Lycans. My question to you, though, is have you seen these films? And if so, what do you think of them? And if you've seen all 3, how would you rank them? I'd love to know. Let me know in the comments below, and perhaps we'll see you tomorrow for more Pure Hangout.